Hi, everyone. Welcome to our weekly tech topic. I'm Dave Oven, and I serve as the Dean for the School of Business and Technology at Chipola College. And we have our co-host with us today, Ben Bridges.
Glad to be here.
Today we have an exciting topic. We're talking about smart devices, peripheral devices, and devices really that you can utilize to run your home, your apartment, your office, wherever you reside and work or hang out. And today we're going to talk about Amazon's Alexa technology. So Ben, why don't you get us started?
All right. So today's internet age has yielded an array of interesting products and interesting items to improve your life, or maybe the word is optimize. And what we'd like to cover today is Amazon Alexa. Alexa is one of those devices that is regarded as an IoT device, an Internet of Things. And in that respect, normally people think computers are the main devices that connect to the internet and interface with the internet. But nowadays there are small devices that perform very specific things, very specific objectives, and very specific tasks with the aid of the internet. And this can be thought of as a controller or an interface for those. An example would be something like a Roomba, one of those little robots that go around your room and vacuum, or something like a smart light, or even like a doorbell. A lot of people have doorbells with video cameras in them now.
So this is an exciting time in the marketplace. You mentioned IoT, the Internet of Things.
Yes.
If you kind of think back to the 90s, or I guess read the history books, right? And as we worked up to the year 2000 or so, when we had this dot-com boom, when the internet really blossomed, that's really what we're looking at doing for the Internet of Things. And what helps us do that, or what helps businesses do that, is providing these internet protocol addresses, so these IP addresses,
Yes.
for all these things. So we have this smart peripheral device that we'll talk more about in a second. But just think of where we could head with an IP address, this Internet of Things. So we could have a fridge that we can manage while we're at work or on our way home. We can have a smart appliance, maybe that is half cooling and preparing food to be cooked. There's all kinds of possibilities. You know, a coffee maker that can warm coffee up, or your favorite beverage as you're approaching, your apartment or your house. A lot of neat things. And you think about us as the system itself possibly in the future. So the Internet of Things can be our clothing, could be devices that we wear.
Right.
There's really no limit to where IP addresses could reside. So a device like Alexa and others, we have Google Home, we have Apple Home or their equivalent, really is the thought of managing these peripheral devices, this future booming of these Internet of Things. So great choice in a topic today.
Thank you. And speaking of that, I've actually seen jokes on the internet of people with fridges, like their refrigerators have the internet interface, and they're like tweeting from their fridge, which is completely surreal in my opinion. It's crazy.
It's like we're living like the Jetsons.
Right. We'll have flying cars soon.
That's right.
But yeah, so Amazon Alexa is a device that it's not necessarily a device that does its own objective in the sense that it doesn't vacuum your floor. It does turn your lights on, but it doesn't actually go and, flick the switch. It is essentially a controller for all of the devices that you do decide to run. And I'm specifically talking in the thoughts of, like home office, office, things like that, where you have lighting, you have devices that can run on their own with just the control or the directions of the Alexa.
So important ones could be the thermostat, like you mentioned, the lighting,
Right.
TV shows, streaming. Yep. So really the future is unlimited. And what's neat about the Internet of Things or this internet technology, these IP address options that we'll have even more in the future, is it takes time for this foundation to be built, and it has been built. Amazon is a forward-looking company. So in the late 90s, Alexa Systems was purchased by Amazon. Back in the late 90s, even more money, $250 million. I think it was all in stock options.
Wow.
So to buy this company, to now be rolling out this technology, 15 years later or so, really takes a lot of planning, but that foundation is there. think this is your personal Alexa, right?
Yes.
And this is actually has a certain name, this device as well.
Right. This is an Echo Dot 2, I think is what it's called. And these are actually surprisingly cheap. You can get them for like, I think it's like $20 whenever they're on sale.
Would you buy it on Amazon?
Yes, I did. But yeah, so this is the Amazon Alexa, and personally, I think it is very, very productive, and it does a lot of interesting things.
Great. Well, thanks for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you here at our next episode. I think our next event will be our Biz Tech Talk we
Yes.
have coming up. It's a tongue twister, but we look forward to seeing you soon.